things. First of all, last week was perfect. You've had a lot of those perfect weekends, but maybe this was a little more perfect. Did it feel different to you? Maybe more confidence, calmer? Did it feel more under control than, say, any of your other 1-1s?
Honestly, I think, yeah, I definitely felt like I built a lot more confidence off of that weekend than usual, I would say. Like, I felt good and was able to, like, push through the whole moto and, like, kind of wasn't worrying about a gap or nothing, you know. I was just worrying about my lap times and just focused on that. And I felt good. I felt strong. Like, even the first moto, I wasn't tired at all, you know. Like, I only slowed down because I wanted to obviously save some energy for the next one to be smarter in that area, because obviously everyone else was too, you know. So yeah, it was a really good weekend. I think it was one of my better weekends, I feel like, personally, feeling wise and stuff like that.
It must be nice. It almost like spices things up a little bit, because you've had so many 1-1s. This was the same result, but for it to feel a little bit different, I don't know, maybe it makes you go into the next week with a little bit of a different vibe.
Yeah, no, you know, I tried through the whole moto and it leaves like this a better like taste in your mouth, you know. Like, I felt good of my performance, of everything, my starts, my laps, my fitness, and it definitely leads into this weekend for sure, of like kind of being a little more confident for sure. So I'm excited.
I'll hit you with a Jett fact. You've done 42 450 motos. You've led at the end of lap 1 29 of those.
Jeez.
Explain it to me. Is it the bike? Is it your start technique? Is it your first lap moves? How is this possible, and how is this so sustainable?
I think definitely a good start technique helps. Having a good, obviously knowing your bike very well also helps, you know, and being able to dissect the track in the first lap of taking different lines, I think also helps you, you know. So it's a cool stat to have for sure. I don't know what else to say much, but
it makes life easier.
It does make life easier for sure.
You say knowing your bike so well. What do you know about your bike that you kind of have to work with on the start? Like, is there something very specific to your technique that you've tailored to the Honda?
Just keep that front wheel down and don't go 12 o'clock, because that'll mess up your start for sure. So we just keep the front wheel down as much as we can and get that rear wheel just to track and drive.
Last thing, and you can no comment this because you struggle with this question, but we'll do it again.
Okay.
What can you be better at? Where do you need to make improvements? No comment is okay.
I think I need to be better at trying through the whole moto.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you need to though?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. It's just good to try through the whole thing. I mean, I was better last weekend with it, so.
Okay, we've got something.
Yeah.
Chase Sexton, you're back. First time since round 1. Where have you been? What have you been up to? Banged up, but that's all we know. So tell us more.
Yeah, to be honest, I've just been dealing with some lingering issues even before Supercross. And after I lost my goggles, and then I went down, was banged up, and after that I was like, all right, it's time to take some time off and kind of regroup. And honestly, I just needed a little bit of a disconnect. But yeah, I was definitely dealing with some stuff. I've been really vague, but to be honest, I just kind of like keeping that stuff private.
Yeah.
And then I took like 3 or 4 weeks off the bike. Got back, been riding for 3.5 weeks or 2.5 weeks, so I feel good. I've been doing a lot of motos, and we're happy to be back. It's like I've been saying, I don't really know where I stack up. I feel like everyone's ripping, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
I think you'll be in the points.
Maybe like an 8, 9, 8 on the day.
Better than I could do. Keep it vague as much as you want. Has the time off helped these lingering issues? Like, has it been useful in that regard? Yeah,
I've definitely been able to get it under control. And I think, like I said, I needed that time off. And I don't think the season's so long and there's so much stuff going on, and then you wait till the off season and then you have a month off and you're back training. So there's not really much time off to kind of recover and fix the stuff that you are struggling with. And then after I fell, obviously I'm 50 points down. There's no point in me coming back. I mean, if I have something to fix, I need to get that done and kind of take myself into priority and not worry about what everyone else is saying. So there's a lot of conspiracy out there.
Everyone's
a lot
so
of
worried.
Conspiracy.
I tried to take the heat off you by making my own issues, but
yeah, you really blew that up.
No one really cares.
No, Yours is probably worse than mine.
I was seriously banged up.
Yeah.
That was my PR. It sounds like basically when the door was going to open for you to take a break, you were going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Whether that was Supercross Outdoors SMX,
Yeah.
you knew that when that door opened, you needed to use it, you know? Can you keep him under control?
I don't know. That was gnarly.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, but it sounded like that. You always knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I definitely needed a break. Supercross was really gnarly. It was 17 weeks wide open. And yeah, I don't know. I came into outdoors. I was I was obviously wanting to do good and ready to go, but I was, just dealing with some stuff. And I came in super unprepared. I feel like every year, like for me, I'm like either good at Supercross or good at outdoor. It's hard to be really good for both. Just with like the lack of time and prep, obviously was tough. So, but I've had the time to kind of take that opportunity I've had off to get better. And team came down and tested. Went back to a lot of stuff that I was on last year, surprisingly. So, yeah, we'll see where we're at tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that was going to be last question. Happier with the bike now than you were at Fox?
Yeah, Fox, I was in the pit area way too much.
Yeah, it seemed that
Press
way.
day, I was in the pits way too much.
Wait, hold on. More importantly, because you've not been here, I feel like no one's answered this question. Goggles on the first lap, so a rock or?
No, I got a lot of dirt underneath my lens from the second turn, and I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
And I really couldn't see anything when I took the goggles off.
Okay.
Dude, Hunter hit me with a rock, probably about, I don't know how big it was. It was pretty big. He hit me here.
When your goggles were already off?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was a little bit. My whole goal was to just get enough of a gap where I could pull in eventually, but I can't pull in first lap.
Of course.
Hindsight going back, I probably wouldn't have crashed if I had my goggles on, because I couldn't. I was so miscombobulated, I had no idea what was
So there's no way you could have kept your goggles on? Like, no way? Okay.
No, I couldn't see anything.
Okay. That's fair.
So,
That's
it's
a
just
fair
a freak
excuse.
deal.
Yeah.
That was kind of the sign, like, maybe it's time to take some time off.
It wasn't an ideal day. Just, I don't know if you're aware of this.
I mean,
Wasn't-
P10 in first practice was not good.
It's only practice. We don't talk about practice. Last thing.
Let's hope we're not P10 tomorrow morning.
Well, you just said 8-9, so P10 not in the 8-9
No.
bracket. No.
We got to be below that.
Sorry for interviewing you on press day. I know this is banned, but you know, has to happen. Can we go back to our regularly scheduled after race interviews?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Sounds good. Good to have you back, Lewis. I was supposed to interview today.
Yeah, I was waiting the whole time for you to say good to have you back.
Yeah.
It's
good
not
to have you back.
It's not a coincidence that we've
Our,
both returned at the
our
same
interviews
time.
are better than Steve's.
Well, that's clear. A lot of people.
He did some hot water after last week.
A lot of people try to emulate what we do, but you've got to have that skill, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I could get on a bike and try to be Chase Sexton. That's not going to work for me.
Maybe.
Okay, we'll give it a go. All right. See you tomorrow.
Yep, see ya.
Antonio Cairoli, the Ducati debut this weekend. First of all, how does it feel coming into this weekend compared to, say, Matterley, Arnhem, Trentino? Maybe a little more exciting just because it's so different?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's more exciting. First of all, because I like this track a lot, and second, because bringing an Italian bike, with an Italian rider to American soil to show up with this bike and for the fans, it's crazy. I think. I mean, also working with Factory Connection. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I never thought our path could cross, because I was always a fan about this team, but now working with them is nice.
And how much progress have you made on the American side with testing? Is it much different to MXGP? Maybe different ideas, different concepts?
Yeah, definitely. I'm developing the bike still a lot. Also, when I'm riding GP, I'm riding different specs. During the week, we test different things. A lot of times on the standard bike. I mean, I'm also now we are basically running like a stock fork and shock, let's say, with some adjustment from Factory Connection. Engine is complete stock, so with some adjustment like calibration and stuff like this for the engine. So it's exciting, to discover a new also method of working.
With the Ducati, what's its biggest strength at the moment, and what's its biggest weakness? I know Jeremy said that maybe the rear end has been the biggest problem that you're still trying to fix.
Yeah, no, the biggest advantage is to be a standard bike. It's one of the top. I think we are already on the top of the class. But to be racing, against factory bikes, of course we are working. We need some power more here and there. especially, I mean, like you said, you know, the chassis side is also, we are still struggling with some things and with suspension especially, but like I'm here to work also and to solve those kind of things and try to discover different ideas of what different developers, you know, around the world. So it's nice. It's just we need time still. You know, it's a very young project, but we are already very happy about our condition. Let's say.
I know you're doing RedBud Millville. What about beyond that? Do you have other GPs scheduled for this year?
Actually, no. I mean, I suppose not to race so much, but I did already 2 GPs this year. Okay, the first one was a very rush one because I really had no time on the bike so much. The second was a little bit better, let's say. And now here, okay, we are riding quite much, but still not doing motos, you know, because we test a lot of things, so going in and out all the time. So I don't know how it's gonna feel, you know, to do motos, especially here that the rhythm on the first laps is very high, and I'm used to different things at the moment, but we will see.
And last thing, you were a team manager at KTM. Office job was never really for you, was it? Being stood here in gear, this was always your retirement plan.
Yeah, I mean, I always been saying my career. I mean, I want to ride until I have the possibility to ride, and I feel great on the bike and give improvements in things I do. So of course I'm not anymore on the mood, of doing championship and winning race. Of course, it's different things because for that you need to have a different preparation, a different mindset and everything. But now I still enjoy riding. Is good, so whatever it comes, I'm really happy to help the group to clinch and try to be the top bike of the series.
Okay, Justin Barcia, I'm really sorry that I missed your comeback. That was rude of me. You needed me, you wanted me, and I let you down.
I'm glad you're here now, because like I was here and it was rough, dude. You were like breathing through a straw. So happy you're healthy and back. I feel like I'm doing a race interview with you.
Well, you know how it goes. Mate, we all talk about the riders and how tough you are.
Yeah, what about the media?
Then what about the media?
I mean, you're here, so obviously you're all right.
Chase is back this weekend. Good. Some would say I'm the biggest comeback story.
I think so.
Thank you.
You are.
That means a lot. We'll try and trudge through this. Southwick was solid for you. Obviously, you would want more, but coming back, you're going to be building. I feel like that's a very solid starting point.
Yeah, it was solid. I want to just have fun and build and enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the earlier part of the day. It was a little frustrating, a little mentally challenging. But then once I got into the motos and saw where I was at, I was like, okay, I can build from this and get better. Biggest thing's going to just be getting comfortable on the bike and keep chipping away each week.
Yeah, you say the morning was mentally challenging, presumably bike setup. Yeah. So what were you playing around with? Where was the issue?
Just balance. Yeah, it was just balance. I would say rear end was putting a lot of pressure on the front. So, and I made small changes because I get a little nervous to make big changes nowadays. But it just wasn't enough all day. So I was kind of in a spot where I wasn't going to push too hard to wreck it. I definitely, second moto, had to dig a little to hold on to that ninth because I had a lot of guys coming up behind me. So, just got to get the balance good, and I got a test shot today to try, so fingers crossed.
Was that very Southwick specific though? Like if you were at a normal track, would it have been better?
A little, maybe. We'll see today.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously I have a shot today to try, so maybe it'll take a little pressure off. But I think like Southwick, there's a lot of downhills that you can't really see on TV, so everything was either a little curved or a little downhill or a little sideways, and I just had a lot of pressure on the front end. So I don't think it's specifically Southwick, but it is unique.
I was late, or I am late to this question because you talked about this with everyone last week. No more gas for you after this year.
Why are you guys surprised at that? Come on, everybody knew this.
It's rare for a rider to talk about it publicly.
Yeah, well, it's a little late now, but with TLD leaving Gas and the KTM brand, I just knew that was not a future for me there. So, which is fine, I think it's good for me. I need something different. If it was TLD still, I think I'd be happy because it was almost like a separate kind of thing. But it's just they kind of made a team this year out of nothing. So, moving on.
Also, okay, maybe you can't say this, but I think it'll be good for you to have a change because you have been spinning your wheels a little bit for a while with this thing, maybe going in circles.
I find, with obviously frame changes and things like that, the newer edition I've never found my comfort. Previous generation we found it quite a few times, and I've had some good races, good podiums and things like that. But yeah, unfortunately I haven't found on this one, and with my knee injury the last 2 years, just didn't have the time to develop and test. And when you're out, the team moves on to other things and other stuff. So yeah, but it'll be good for me. I don't know what the cards hold yet. I'm working along for sure, so I'm definitely going to be racing in America next year. I know that. I've had some different opportunities to do like World Supercross and things like that, but I still have my heart set on American Supercross and motocross. And if I was going for the money, I'd go race World Supercross and stuff like that. But
the offers there have been that good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. If I wanted to go race, World Supercross 5-6 races, which I think the series is going to be great. I wish I could do that, but at this time, that's not really in the cards for me and what I'm going to try to do next year. So in the future, though, that would be cool to do. But yes, if I wanted to go World Supercross 5 races, make good money, and then take the rest of the year off, I could do that. But that's not where I'm at in my career. So I'm going to keep getting strong, grinding. Hopefully, join a new team. We'll see what happens. And I had to join a new team no matter what. So we're definitely going to see what happens, but I don't know what.
Okay, RJ Hampshire, this is good. This is getting better. How much more room is there to grow, though? Have we even scratched the surface yet?
I think I've showed some speed here and there. I mean, I definitely think there's still more I can grow. I'm going to keep that as kind of motivation throughout, I'd say until I'm done right now, or at least till I feel like I hit a peak. It's just different. Like during the week, I'm trying to get better and trying to be faster, where for so many years I was just clicking off laps during the week. Like, I don't know, like it's motivating to see like how fast those guys are going up front, or like what Jett and Hunter are doing. Because it's like, man, I feel like I can do that, but I just don't. Like, so, I don't know. I mean, I think we're getting there. My strength's getting better. Last weekend was definitely a kind of big step. I just need to fix my starts. I need to start up there more.
What do you need to do to fix your starts? Is that getting used to 450 power, altering your technique a little bit sort of thing? Or?
I mean, honestly, so we checked the data this week, and I'm doing something that I didn't even know I was doing. Like we have a start map and stuff or whatever. Well, we have like where it stops your rev limiter or whatever. And like I always thought, give it more throttle, you're going to go faster. So I'm always re-gripping and giving it more, which then ends up shooting like more gas or whatever into it. So I didn't even know I was doing it. So this weekend we're going to try to not do that and see where my starts go. Like, I mean, I've been trying to work on them during the week, and now it's like I kind of got a setting where I'm going to stick with it. So that also changes the way my starts have been. Like, going from spring to air, and then A-kit to factory, like the shocks and stuff like that changed a lot of the drives, which now I'm kind of on the same thing. So I'm hoping that kind of fixes it.
Is it going to be hard to fix your starts though? Because if you didn't know you were doing it, that means it's just like muscle memory and automatic. Like, how can you stop something that you're doing subconsciously?
Well, I didn't do it on the 250 though. That was the thing. Like, I never was doing it like that, and just for some reason I felt like I needed more throttle, and it's wrong. So I mean, that's just what you're taught. More throttle, the faster you're gonna go, or like more gas. Not the case right now. So I need to figure it out. I mean, I do think if I can start up there with them, hopefully I can break away in those first 10 minutes like those guys do. And I don't know. We'll see. Like, I feel like I can keep building. I had the first top 5 last weekend in the moto. Now it's getting that overall top 5 and keep building.
Yeah, like that's the next step in your progression, I think, is seeing what happens on those first few laps at the very front.
Yeah.
Because you can't react or learn until you experience it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I've been coming from the back every moto, even the second moto last weekend, I think I started 10th.
Yeah.
Which, sucks. By the time you get up to 4th, dude, Tomac next guy was 20 seconds ahead of me, and there's no way I'm catching Tomac. So, and I was by myself. 20 seconds to the front was Tomac, 20 seconds behind me was Jay Coops. Like, dude, I was literally out there riding by myself. Try to be in the fight from the beginning and see how long we can hold on to it for.
Last thing. Jett is phenomenal at starts. I just told him 42 450 motos, he's led at the end of lap 129 times. As a competitor, do you look at that and go like, how? Because Starts have always been so inconsistent for riders. It's rare for someone to nail it so consistently. So when you see Jett start at the front every single time, is it hard to understand, or can you make sense of it? Like, can you see a world where you could get to that point?
I just think they have it so dialed in, because it's not only Jett, it's Hunter also.
Yeah.
Like, they both are really good starts every time. So yeah, they just have it dialed in. I mean, yeah, those two are really good off the gate also, but their setups and whatever they have, you know, for that start map is crushing it right now. So I do think we can get there. It's being consistent and being good every time. Because you can be consistent and be crap, which is what I've been right now. So I need to get better and do it every time, not 1 out of 10.
Okay, Julian Beaumer, rough couple of weeks for you, Southwick especially. Are you overreacting to this, trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to fix stuff, or are you just accepting it as there's highs and lows and you need to not lose your head?
I think it's a lot of not lose your head. Obviously, you can't take these and lose confidence. Obviously, Southwick was a track that I knew I was going to struggle at. I'm not great in sand. I went to Florida right after High Point, and I mean, if you would have seen me riding in Florida, a 20th at Southwick actually wasn't bad.
Oh, like I thought you were going to say the other way.
Carlos after the race goes, I'm going to be honest, like, kind of exceeded my expectations.
But Florida isn't. Wait, where were you riding in Florida?
Bakers.
Bakers isn't that soft. Like, Bakers is a fairly normal motocross.
If you would have seen how bad I was, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I just struggling.
Honestly, I feel like you're just not a Florida guy. I feel like if you go to Florida, your head is not all the way there.
Yeah, I struggle a lot there, and I think it's a good thing I'm there. I'm getting used to it and slowly getting better every day. But it's been a struggle bus. So I think just trying to really know that what I'm capable of is in what I see during the week, and I think like even Southwick, my riding wasn't like, my riding was terrible. I was in 20th, but like compared to how I felt during the week, it was all right. We got a couple setup changes this weekend, try to figure a couple things out with the bike, but overall, I mean, I just got to come in clear-headed, put that one behind us, and try to focus on this weekend.
Okay, so tell me if I'm right. Thunder Valley, you rode really well, just had crashes. Like the riding was as good as Hangtown and Parla.
Yeah.
High Point, maybe less so, but still crashes. It was going to be a fine weekend.
Yeah.
Southwick, not good.
No.
But everyone's saying Thunder Valley and High Point were really bad, but they weren't as bad as they look. Is my point.
No. Like Thunder Valley Moto 1, I came from, I'd say, outside top 15. Up to, what was I passing for 5th with 3 laps left and went down. And then Moto 2, I had that crash really early. And I came back from way, I think I was last by like 40 seconds. And I came back to 15th, I think, or something like that. So my riding was good at Thunder Valley. Results don't show it, but my riding was really good. High Point, I struggled quite a bit in Moto 1 overall, but my riding I didn't feel like was terrible, and I was on that first lap. I felt really good in Moto 2. So I think the result is worse than my riding shows, and then obviously I think the injury in High Point, I jammed my wrist. Like I couldn't move my hand for a couple days. And I struggled riding, and obviously going into Southwick, I wanted as much sand prep as I could. So I was trying to ride, but I was in so much pain, and I didn't get to ride that much before. So I didn't think I really
Well, that
rode.
explains why Florida was so bad then.
Yeah, I rode like 3 or 4 days, 4 days before Southwick on the wrist, and I wasn't, I'd say 100%. And then obviously me being absolutely horrific in the sand wasn't helping us. So yeah, I think I'm a lot better this week, and I need some redemption.
Last question: how long are you going to be in Florida for? Do you know?
I'm not sure yet. Probably. I mean, for the way I'm riding right now, rest of the season, I need to be riding in that stuff. If I figure it out, maybe it'll change. But right now, I need to be there for sure.
Okay. Okay, Gage Linville, how important is it for you to be at these outdoors with the team? Obviously, the team doing this for the first time. How important is this in your career?
Oh, very important. I'm trying to get into SMX, and the last 2 rounds have been pretty slam embarrassing with bike troubles last round, and me riding like a D-class rider at the first round. So yeah, just looking to turn it around, score some points, work our way into SMX, and see what happens from there.
But also, like, to build on your career, maybe get on a top team or satellite team. Do you feel like the results here are maybe more important now than Supercross? Because we all know you can ride Supercross.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people, kind of see how people do on outdoors. Supercross, you can be a really good Supercross rider, and if you're not good on outdoors, I think that definitely takes into account. So, yeah, just try to be as best as I can on outdoors and build on my Supercross skills, and hopefully something opens up and work from there.
Okay, then last thing, being honest, where can you finish outdoors? Like, if you're at your very peak, where can you slot in?
Yeah, I definitely think points. But, if I ride like I did at the first round, I was sitting on the sidelines watching, and last weekend was a bike issue second lap, so it's hard to say, but I know if I can ride, like I know how to, I know my fitness is good, I think we can be in the points, and whether that's 1 point or 4 points, if I can get to the points, I think that's a good weekend for me, and that remains the goal.